Live. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Do we have sound now? Yes, we have sound.
Yes. Okay. Well, hello.
It's been a long weekend.
20 minutes of recapping and not knowing we had any sound.
So now we gotta do 20 minutes of
still not coming
recap.
through the phone.
Are we still not coming through?
It's saying that it's registering.
Yeah, it's saying it's registering.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, it's a delay.
Okay, so it's a
just the
30-second delay. Where were we before we went? Recap. Everyone had a beautiful weekend. We had so much fucking going.
Look, it's been a
damn
long
it.
weekend. We've been in the
Oh my
woods, guys.
god. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not gonna start us all over like that.
I mean, literally, we basically have to. The entire point was
Yes.
so
to
that-
do
That was
all
the
of this.
entire
Okay. Fuck.
Alright.
20 minutes of recap.
Okay.
Back.
Let's start off with the most important part. Happy birthday, Chris.
Yes.
Happy
Happy
30 in 2 days.
And
babe.
we went camping for his birthday to do the Light of Xaryxis out in the woods. It was a blast. Okay, so how about let's do a little map out of what we're going to do. This first half of the session is going to be our personal experiences of just enjoying the woods. And then the second half will be getting into Xaryxis and actually recapping where we were and our fun moments.
Also, guys, the reason why we are doing this recap is I kind of messed up and forgot to charge the laptop up. So literally 10 minutes into the session, the laptop shuts down.
I mean, let's not point fingers at anybody for taking
I mean, to
blame.
be honest, there was
like,
also a lot of people having a blast out there.
And there were people
Yeah.
driving ATVs
Oh,
and four-wheeling
so that would've been a big
and
We were gonna
would have
have-
drowned us out anyways.
we
So
were going to be constantly interrupted.
yeah, so we did what we thought was best. The computer died on us. It was kind of a sign saying, hey.
Making coffee.
Thank you.
It
Yes.
was kind of a sign to us saying, hey, we probably
Yeah.
shouldn't be recording this session right now anyway.
And as a brand new DM, that allowed me to not be rushed, stop out of game, and ask my questions of how should I call these calls. And I really appreciate John and Liz, who is currently making us a wonderful cup of coffee, for stopping, being patient with me, helping me, everybody. I had a wonderful first session as a DM. I couldn't ask for a better team, and in the DM community and like as a player, I know it's really rare for anybody to say they got the best team. And we might have our issues, personal and whatever, some things, whatever. We've all, like, you guys made my first DM session the best anyone could ever wish for.
Yeah, it was.
And we didn't get
Um,
John's little PSA about DMing on there since the mic didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nox Battalion is going to once a month. I'm going online and going to through start playing games. I'll be building my game or building Nox into Foundry, and I'm going to start hosting games there. Anybody who watches this and would be interested in playing, I'll put a link somewhere on one of our once.
Next Nox video is
Next
next week.
once I actually get it up and rolling, I'll post videos because until I can at least run 4 or 5 sessions, it's pointless to have it going.
They
Right.
also didn't get the compliment you gave her.
And yeah, as
Yeah.
a GM, we'll be dead honest. I said this earlier with much more gusto. It's been a long weekend. I'm somewhat tired.
Right.
And as a result, Jordan, I can honestly say hats off to you as a DM. You took to it like water. We threw you a monkey wrench or two. Liz and I both can vouch for the fact that being a DM your first few sessions sucks, especially the old school way where you had to pretty much homebrew things because modules didn't exist.
Oh, well, I'm glad I am blessed to have a module. I had a lot of fun DMing for all of you. I really appreciate all of your patience.
I think the biggest issue was the map. The fact that
Yes,
No
yes,
maps.
no map, and combat with no map is extremely difficult. Next time there will be a map. Oh, there was a moment I was squealing with excitement. I get to draw my own maps on the dry erase, and that's what that squealing moment was earlier. That I'm so excited that I get to draw my own maps. You guys missed all the excitement earlier because we tech issues. tech issues.
Let's do the thing you suggested. Let's go around the room, talk about
Yep.
what we love all about
Yep.
being in the
And-
woods, and we will just ignore the tech issues.
And-
the constant tech issues this
And
weekend.
so,
Yeah, for
taking
20
the
minutes,
spotlight
relax.
off of me, let's move on to Topanga. How was your camping trip with us?
It was the most fun I've had on a camping trip in a long time.
I can definitely agree with that. I had a lot of fun with y'all.
And just jumping into a D&D game like that,
yeah, that was your first
like
match.
that was
I completely forgot to shout you out as a
freaking
new
fantastic.
player. As a new player, you that was good. Sarah, and yeah, I didn't pass the torch with as a new player. Bravo, welcome, and I really enjoyed you at my table. Shall we move along to the birthday boy? We did do a little bit of early shout out, but now what's your thought about camping with us? How was your trip?
It was awesome. Good food, good people, good time.
We still have that apple bread in the kitchen because I brought the Dutch oven. The outside is blackened and horrid and activated charcoal. The inside is moist and appley and
It's so
cinnamony and
delicious.
nom.
Yeah.
Oh wait! Your favorite part was the black apple beauty?
No,
The food.
the food, just the
Oh,
food
the
in
food in
general.
general. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You
We'll
fucking
make
make
some
some banging
pancakes.
steaks.
Yeah, we
Dude,
yeah.
banging steaks, banging
And
burgers.
that wasn't even the way I could like that. Just imagine
This is
what I could.
burgers the first night were.
Yeah, just
Oh,
imagine what I could do with
Kiss,
the real
man.
stove in a real kitchen.
Yeah,
With real
and shout out
ingredients.
to everyone for the food.
And a little
Like,
bit more
this
temperature
was
control.
Yeah.
That probably would
Pudgy's
have
natural bug spray.
Yeah.
great. Yeah,
Do what?
I said
Pudgy's
Pudgy's
natural.
Oh, yeah,
bug
yeah.
spray.
That was
Yeah.
wicked.
Pudgy, no lie, you should bottle that shit and
Yeah.
sell it. We should set you up with a Etsy page or something for your bug
Right.
spray.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
And speaking of, since we're kind of focusing on Pudgy, what was your favorite part about the camping trip, Pudge?
I actually had a blast with the whole thing, actually. I got to fucking stoke the fire, I got to run through the woods and find firewood. I discovered that, a hatchet I bought a couple years ago was a worthless piece of shit. Don't ever get a saw hatchet, it sucks.
They're more for
No
like
lie.
throwing than anything.
Yeah, they're more for like throwing. They
My
they
throwing
suck for
hatchets would have
fucking
worked
chopping
better.
wood.
But
We'll
the-
have to make sure we bring a better one next time.
I'll make sure I have my good
I want to
ones.
bring some throwing knives next time too.
But
All of the above, I got you all
I know.
covered.
I mean, I ended up having a blast with that.
John, you
I
know
also
this.
had a blast with us at the end. We went magnet fishing for a little bit. Finally got to throw.
That
it
was a
there.
blast.
I mean, like
That
the
was
coolest
fun.
thing that we found was like literally a fucking like magnetized rock.
I fucking
And-
lost it.
Yeah, I know. That's something I lost.
You lost the lodestone we
Uh-huh.
found?
Yeah,
Oh,
What I
damn.
found?
yeah.
Yeah, that Chris pulled out the low stuff.
Other than that, I also enjoyed the food. I mean, don't get me wrong, like the
Yeah.
breakfast that you made like the first day was fucking awesome. The burgers that Liz made were fucking Trey Magnifique.
Great.
Oh.
The apple crumble. Well, I don't know,
Cobbler.
It
yeah.
would have been an apple cobbler had you decided to turn into a briquette.
Yeah,
But we
basically,
decided to call that a black apple beauty,
Yeah.
and we're
Right.
just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
Black Beauty. Banana.
I mean, we cooked it in the Dutch oven. We didn't think it was gonna we figured it wasn't gonna take very long to cook.
But it took way less time
It took
than
like
I thought.
less time to cook. I mean, it was only in there for like 15, 20
Oh,
minutes.
I have pictures. We'll post those later.
Yeah.
I actually took pictures.
It grew with it baked with a
We'll
natural
post them to our
smiley
Facebook or
face.
something.
Yeah,
We could
yeah.
do-
Well,
or
I
we
can throw
could
it on the Facebook page. On
Yeah.
Or
the,
we
yeah.
could do it on Facebook, or we could do just like a slideshow for like a YouTube short.
I think
Yeah,
I only
we
took
can do
like
that.
3 or 4 pictures though.
But I figured we could do
Yeah.
that. I can send them one of Jordan below the store sign of the
Oh
name of the
yeah,
store.
we were up in a town that shared my last name.
Yeah, that was fun. That was
Yeah.
so
Yeah, and
So-
saying that now kind of makes me insert foot to mouth. God damn it! I
We're
gave
on the
away.
internet,
Yeah.
and you just gave away. Well, no, your last name's
You're
already
alright.
attached
You're
to it.
alright.
Yeah. Oh
Besides-
yeah, though I mean, if you look me up with my comments, I guess it's there.
Yeah.
Oh God, my girls are fighting over the window.
I'm not getting it.
Yo, yeah, you might want to step back. My girls are fighting over the window. I got a new
Chris
game.
is like, I'm out.
I got a cat claw my face. I am out.
So before the girls decided to throw a fight, John, how about you? What was your favorite experience? And I really appreciate your feedback about DMing.
Honestly, I really enjoyed watching you DM for the first time and watching you get the real grasp for what it is to be in the hot seat, so to speak.
Oh, yeah, speaking of being in the hot seat. Hi. Your chair's comfy.
Yeah, I know. You can
I
relax
was a
right the fuck
person
on
that
out of
I
my
won't
chair
get
when I
even
need
if I
it.
have a
Oh,
little.
I'll be out next.
I don't.
But don't worry,
Yeah.
I'll be
Don't
out in a
worry.
minute.
I don't finger God players, but
Right.
but other than that, honestly, being able to for once play a bloody tank and face slam somebody into the ground and not have to worry about my magic users trying to be frontline.
Right.
Oh yeah, I gotta.
Yeah, I'm always.
There's one thing I gotta
magic
talk about
user.
once we get into
Like,
combat.
I'll be
part.
legit, the most beautiful thing of the entirety gameplay and all, I mean, yes.
I thought we were still in the woods.
Yeah, we're still-
Yeah, we're sticking
As
with
far
this
as being
part
camping
right
and
now.
everything,
Yeah.
that really was the best part of it for me, was
Getting to
actually being
play.
able to be a tank and not have to worry about the wizard trying to be right next to me.
That makes sense. That makes sense. How
But
about you?
also, it really did come down to the food was bomb and the company was
Hey.
good, and oh my god, the scenery out
Hey.
there.
Besides the pudgy
Oh,
moment,
the-
Liz had a moment during the game that was
We're
like,
not quite in game
fantastic.
session yet. Liz still needs to give her.
I know,
2
that's
cents
why
about
I'm
the
waiting
camping
on
trip.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
no
Yeah.
spoilers on that one. Just
Yeah.
saying Liz's moment was great.
They're still growling at
Which
each other.
Should be
We'll
nice.
talk about it in a minute. I don't know which moment you're talking about, so anyway.
Yeah.
Can I
So-
throw my hat at them?
So like for me,
Want some water?
just being out in the woods and playing D&D. I mean, it kind of makes me want to like always take my D&D stuff camping. Like from now on, I was like, I really enjoyed that, like the scenery and everything. I think my favorite part. Oh man, listening to the bullfrogs and the crickets and those beautiful birds
Last
around
night,
the
yeah.
campfire last night and the night before. That was, I mean, it was just so nice to like, ATVs aside, drunk yelling teenagers in the woods aside, like it was just so nice to be out there in the peace and quiet. And then also this morning, that hike with you, Jordan and I hiked way up further up the road.
Not even that far.
Not even that far, but
We
we wound up finding this absolutely beautiful little fairy hole. So we sat and smoked a bowl, and then we found out that if we'd literally gone like 30 more feet, we would have no longer been in BLM territory. We'd have been on the reservation, but we stopped like right there, like right before we hit that line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
And we
little
didn't-
concrete bridge
That
is like
concrete bridge,
just right enough for a car.
We stayed on
Yeah.
on the U.S. side of that, and we didn't know. We did not. There was
we
no
had no
sign
idea.
there.
There's nothing.
There's
So we
nothing
didn't
there
know
to
until we came
designate,
back
yeah.
to camp and you told us that it was reservation on the other side of the bridge. So we were like, hey, good for us. We like didn't trespass or nothing.
Yeah, right. It was like very
So that was
divine.
pretty fucking cool. Because
Yeah.
that was like,
It's like
And
there's
I-
been a lot of divine intervention on this trip.
There
and
has
then
been.
so much. And then like, I guess my second favorite moment would have been getting that fishing line out of the lake when we were magnet fishing. Because I
Yeah.
felt like, oh yeah, well I mean I didn't catch anything but seaweed. Oh, and this horrible fishing line that could have hurt something, so let's get that out of the water. I liked that we got all that extra trash up and stuff while we were out there, just making it a little bit better
Yeah.
than we got there. I
Right.
fucking really
We
appreciate
saw
that.
some newts.
Yeah.
Newts.
Super
Oh my
appreciated
God.
her.
Oh, they
do
were
that, so-
adorable when they
Oh
started
my
coming
God.
up and grabbing air
I
and they go
love
down.
seeing the newts.
Yeah.
I had a lot of
I'm
fun
like,
camping.
no,
It was a
it's
So much
blast.
fun. So much fun. And
Your
Jordan,
tent rack was awesome.
you,
Yeah, I loved it.
I know you had like a lot of like questions and stuff and whatever. You did so good. Like you ruled of cool when it was a good moment to rule of cool, but you stopped. You thought about it. You asked questions. The
Yeah.
more I looked at that spell, and the more I thought about it, like you letting me move Cloud of Daggers around at will is definitely not in the rules. And so thank
No.
you for rule of cooling that.
I mean,
that was lots of fun.
I play predominantly magic casters.
So you could see what I was like seeing,
I
right?
knew what you wanted to do, and I've always kind of been like, is it? So I was totally gonna allow it, but I definitely wanted to stop, make sure we were doing the spell correctly, and since none of us, even as other players who have never experienced a DM hot seat, you guys all gave me feedback enough of, yeah, rule of cool was almost a consensus, and it wasn't even the
And
fact
other
of,
than that-
oh, let's just make it rule of cool. It was,
Right,
we
it was-
could not find an argument to not allow rule of cool.
in that
In that spell.
Because other than that, you did a real like you gotta give yourself credit. You absolutely know the rules a little bit better than you're giving yourself credit for. You
I do
really
believe so.
handled that very, very well. Like that was really the only place you kind of went off script at all.
Yeah,
only
you
because
did
we
a
asked
really
you to.
great game. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
It means a
and
lot.
just so people know, if you guys
got
want to
sleep
do
for half
more
of it.
DMing in the forest, I know there's has anybody ever heard or been to Elsie Falls?
I haven't been there yet.
It's outside of Alpine, which it's maybe
Taylor?
20, 30 minutes from my house.
Right
We
on.
could always go there. It's got a day camping area, tables. We could always set up a little camera or something and do day sessions there in the middle.
Only if you charge the laptop.
I
Yeah.
love that idea. I think we need to have better equipment.
We are
We
Yeah.
don't
I think
have
I-
mobile equipment to do
But I
that.
should be in charge of getting the laptop charged. before
Well,
we go.
okay.
I
Like
think we
actually,
need to get mobile
actually,
equipment before we
if we
do
have a
the
mobile
road.
battery and the laptop,
Mm-hmm.
that we can actually do. We should
Yeah.
be able to
I
take
could
the camera
literally
and the
like shut it
microphone.
off
Yeah.
fully charged.
If we
And
would have taken the camera and the microphone, I could have used that instead of the laptop camera.
we absolutely could have. Now that being said, like
But let's not.
we're a
set
very
stone.
small and growing sort of
Yeah.
operation here, so like
So, yeah,
we
like-
can make that a future thing. I
But-
would love to go camping though
And
at
do
least
other-
one or two more times for gaming, even if it's not your session,
Yep.
before this summer ends, because that would be so much fun.
I agree.
Maybe we could show you guys the beautiful, not the weird brown living room.
yeah,
that would
right?
be great.
Maybe we could actually show you a beautiful forest and show you a little bit
Hey.
behind the scenes of much more casual play. She's just very vocal towards her new sister. She actually has not been very savage in attacking.
No,
So-
she hasn't. Just kissing.
Yeah,
and
she's just very
growling.
vocal.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
they
just-
took
last
the
time I
older
heard
ones
that, I
out,
had
right?
cat
It's a
fun.
baby,
then
don't you dare.
We were
Yeah.
gonna go around and talk about our favorite moments in the game. Next, yeah.
Yeah, next we were going to go around and talk about the game. I was going to kick us off with a little bit of recap about Xaryxis. As a player to DM points, we will be having Anaya join us later on. And I'm recapping everything that y'all missed when we would yapping with no
we were
mic.
yapping with a no sound.
And so we are going to possibly, I'm taking over possibly one of John's Sundays. So we'll be doing once a month, and Xaryxis will continue on after the 12 sessions of the book as Treasure Planet. And Liz had mentioned not enough role play because we immediately jumped into combat, which I will do a little storytelling before we go
I'm
into
not saying not
stories.
enough roleplay. I'm just saying that because it was combat, we didn't have a ton of room for
Yeah.
roleplay, and I still snuck it in there.
And yeah, you did still sneak some role play in there.
That's Liz.
And we will be able to go through some of our favorite moments. So, Light of Xaryxis Chapter 1. All of our beautiful players who I think maybe on a later date, we should all get together something like this and tell who our character is. Because they all missed that. But, what was some of your favorite? Oh yeah, recapping. All of our characters meet at a tavern-esque with a blacksmith who's going on about the meteor shower, dropping a bunch of crazy-ass
Crystalline.
crystalline vines started sprouting up of these asteroids that came from the meteor shower because some of these meteors hit the
With the
ground.
exception of my character, I was napping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Pudgy.
Yeah, Pudgy had ended up falling asleep before
No,
we
hold
started
on.
the game.
Let's be fair. So the reason Pudgy fell asleep literally from 5 to 2 minutes as game was starting was because Pudgy was nice enough to take first, second, and third watch on the campfire all night, kept it going for us. We had coffee in the morning. And, I wanted to say this earlier.
I will.
You are the best. I am a good firekeeper, and I pride myself on my
Yeah, I
firekeeping
can
skills.
tell.
And you are better than I am by a fairly long shot, you are by far the best firekeeper I've ever had the pleasure of camping with. So, thank you for your amazing service.
Thank you for the honor. That means a lot.
Chris stayed with me for a little bit.
But yeah.
He couldn't stay up anymore.
Pudgy stayed up all night, so Pudgy fell asleep and was asleep
Like,
through
as game was starting.
Yeah, right as game was starting. So we let Pudgy sleep through most of it and let him wake up for a little bit, and he ends up jumping in mid-combat. I kind of messed up as a DM and should have told him a little bit of background before I just threw his poor squirrely ass in.
What the
But I was also groggy as shit.
It's a
so I
broken
don't know
cup.
what it is.
That's why it's
I think
leaking.
It's leaking because it's a broken cup.
Oh my god, nobody told me.
I
I
It
did
don't
not.
was
know.
in the cupboard with all the other cups?
I don't
I
know
didn't
why
know.
it was in there. I just saw the crack on it.
I didn't know it was a
Oh.
broken cup.
So all of my players end up meeting in a tavern, listening to the blacksmith about all of this, that, and the other thing about how everything's getting
The
destroyed.
cabinet where the chosen ones is also has coffee cups. Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Haha.
So, everyone is under attack, everyone's freaking the fuck out, and they end up meeting a woman named Captain Elena Sartell, and she basically asked these guys, our wonderful players, to help her take back her ship so we can get the fuck off this planet and get away from what's going on with
Wherever
our
the
chaos.
fine things were.
Yeah, from whatever the fine things are. John, his character, had tried to investigate the vines a little bit. Thank God we went the opposite direction on that one, because that would have been the TPK route.
Be careful your phone's
But instead, they decided to go to the docks and help Elena get her ship back. So they actually ended up doing both endings too, y'all. Pulled off both endings. And yeah, so they go to the docks and fight some bad thugs, and just they do so wonderful. They do end up finishing both endings where they kill the thug bad guy, all the bad guy thugs, and they take hostage. They intend to take
Just
hostage.
the leader. Just the leader.
Just
He was
the
the only one
leader.
left alive.
Yeah,
And
we
so,
took a prisoner. Broke his
That
face.
was kind of a recap, and I'm really sorry it was a shitty recap. I had no preparation. We all, like, literally just, as we've said many a times, we're fucking tired. We just walked in the door. Topanga, now we're talking about our favorite parts of the game. Really what you felt as, like, in character. Take the mic. Well,
I
like,
mean, like, I barely remember Liz's big moment, but that was, like, my favorite.
My big moment?
the sign out moment where you all kill the bad guys at the very end.
Oh, yeah, that was
yeah,
a
your
ton of
Sacred
fun.
Ray or whatever, Sacred
Yeah, that
Flame.
was that.
Yeah.
So that also was my favorite moment. Like, so we're finishing off the thugs. We've actually captured the thug leader.
They're running away. The bad
And the bad
guys,
guys are running
the
away.
thugs are running away.
And this is also the only place where I got to kind of RP because I'm playing an Astral Elf. They're kind of haughty little bad asses. Anyway, and because it was combat, I just didn't get a bunch of that sort of RP opportunity or whatever. But I just reached back behind me and I like scorching rayed this guy as he was 3 rays of fire just and he turned to ash.
Straight up like
in
that.
a way, just crumple, and that was fun because I felt like yes, it was still combat,
Yeah.
but that coldness, right? And she just looking behind her and like, oh no, you're not going anywhere, And so that was as close to like an RP as I really got, but it fit the moment, it fit the character. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I'm glad that was your favorite moment too, because I had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, but if you want to sit where I was sitting, you can. I'm kind of good where I'm at.
Well, since they're now switching spots, we'll jump to Pudgy. Pudgy's jump in was actually my favorite moment, and one of my biggest moments of realizing
My
where
favorite
my
moment.
flaw is as a DM,
had
where
two
I should have
favorite
set
moments.
you up better, Pudgy, and which you gave me a learning curve on that one. I had a lot of fun jumping you in, and how about your favorite moment?
I mean, to be fair, I was exhausted as shit, so even if you had said something to me,
He had no idea, but he still
it
killed
would
it.
not have registered.
I'm pretty
That-
sure
that
you were
is-
sleepwalking for
I mean-
like 20 minutes before you joined us.
I'm pretty sure too.
Probably.
Yeah.
It does happen from time to time. But so when I got in there, I didn't know what was going on. I just knew there were like people everywhere. So I obviously knew that, you know, some of the people were enemies and some of the people were not. Well, you know, I don't really know who's who at that point.
Yeah, but he chose correctly.
So I literally just kind of like jumped into the middle, kind of like jumped in there, just landed, was like, ah! And then it was literally more like, you know, the guy came up to me. He looked like he was gonna attack me. He tried to touch my nuts, and I was just like, no, you can't have my nuts. And I ended up fighting him, and basically roughly 6 hits later, I ended up doing about a little over 30 points of damage and wiped his ass out, like literally.
KO on his first injury.
The last hit was me taking and whipping him with my, you know, fluffy squirrel tail, which, you know, broke his jaw, and, you know, jaw went one way, head went the other, and boom, dead.
Yeah.
But
That was so
it
fun.
was a fucking blast.
That was, by the way, one of, like, you've had so many good entrances.
That was the
Yeah.
But that was
was-
a great fucking entrance. Just
Thank
like,
you guys.
Ninja Squirrel!
Thank you guys.
Well, I
And
mean,
at
like,
Jordan's table,
I mean, like
too,
I was
that's
saying, like I
hilarious.
was saying earlier, but I mean, we didn't have the audio for it. Like I've always wanted a ninja squirrel, so the factor that I actually get to play a ninja squirrel in the campaign is fucking awesome. Like I love it. I'm a Skurian. I mean, I can give you the character description, but I'm not going to. Y'all gotta wait.
Yeah.
Aha!
Yeah.
Go, Punchy!
We'll do a character description.
So all you
next
know for
live.
now is that I'm a ninja
For me.
squirrel, and actually, I think probably one of the biggest problems with the ninja squirrel yesterday was the factor that I was groggy, I was tired as shit, I had way over like a half a gallon of alcohol in my stomach, even though I didn't get drunk, which pisses me off.
So we had a phony at our table.
Yeah, but the problem was like I was like.
Yeah, we had a Pilsy at our table.
I was more like drowsy, hyperactive, chaotic brain instead of being like normal, chaotic, hyper brain.
Pilsy.
Begley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drowsy,
Begley.
hyperactive, psychotic, intelligent brain. Begley.
Yeah. We had a Begley at our table. I forgot about him.
But I did have a blast. Like I said, like the way that you did everything was awesome. You did a really great job. I mean, there was like one or two things where, like, you know, you were kind of messing up. We had to ask extra questions, and everybody else had to ask extra questions.
Liz
But-
gave me some beautiful pointers that next session will be a lot better.
I've learned with being a part of this group that, like, we kind of all tend to, like, bounce ideas off of each other, or even thoughts. And some of us know the answers, and whatever answers we don't know, we look up.
Right.
So, I mean, being a part of this team has actually been a blast. I really appreciate it, so thank you. And the camping trip was fucking sweet. The birthday thing was fucking sweet. We got to shoot paintball at the end of it.
Ah, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, this dude, amazing shot.
Then we
Amazing
turn
shot.
around, and we got to, like, you know, go out after paintball. We got to go out and fucking, you know, magnet fish. That was awesome. I've always wanted to magnet fish. That was the first time I magnet fished. I didn't catch shit.
All we got was trash
Yeah, we got
out
some.
of the pond. We got trash out of the pond. So
Nothing cool. Nothing to write home
nothing
about.
cool. It was like literally trash. But
That's to be
Can't
considered.
chair legs
That's the
and
next
crap
one.
like that.
But we
Yeah.
got garbage
But
out
we
of the
got
pond.
garbage
and
out of
that
the
really
pond,
matters.
Exactly.
John,
Yep.
That
You
brings
also
us
got
to-
that pink screw.
I did. I brought a pink screw home. Well, pink screw randomly came out of our magnet fishing, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring it. It bend like a 90-degree bend,
And bright pink.
and
Yeah.
bright pink. Yeah.
we have
John,
no idea why.
Yeah. John, how about you? What was your favorite part of the game other than getting to play the tank and like just in general, like playing first DM? Like what? Just
Honestly,
getting to play.
you all know, as somebody who has been forever DM most of their life, any chance I get to play in a game where I'm not going to break the person running it is great.
Yeah.
I honestly, my nice little ending on the big bad for that encounter, just trying to get that son of a bitch to surrender and him telling me no, fuck you. And just the result, because he was grappled, of just taking his face into the ground and then realizing, oh, I'm going to kill this dude, picking him up, and just hit and knocking him out. Just like,
It was literally down to 1 hit point.
so,
Oh, 2 hit points.
Yeah, and he chose he didn't want to roll to knock him. He didn't want to roll to kill him. He
I
wanted
chose
to roll
to
knock
use
him out.
non-lethal bludgeoning. non-lethal striking damage, and like just being able to pick him up. The fighter that I rolled has a strength of 20, just so everybody at home understands.
Oh.
So picking up a
well,
thug with one hand
What was it?
and smacking them with the other is
The
doable.
allergy stuff.
But
There, I got you.
the part that I really appreciated and liked the most about the entire thing
Maybe?
was that as somebody who's a DM,
No, apparently that's all there is.
all of the
Lame.
spellcasters, for once in this group's history, backlined it.
Yeah.
All the tank, the fighter, the melee DPS used
Yeah.
their jobs, used their skills, got in, got out, did their damage, and wasn't taking damage. And for once, me and my heavy ass armor was able to sit there and soak, and I didn't even have to use my reaction action because it worked.
Like you being on the front lines and like actually, you know, you and Topanga actually tackling those five
Together,
dudes up
yeah.
front.
Hard
And
aggroing
like
them.
all I had,
Yeah.
like, okay, so we didn't wind up going into it really because we prevented it from happening, but the thugs were clearly trying to get Captain Sartell.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
like I caught that right away. That cloud of daggers didn't. I mean, it did wind up doing damage. It even killed somebody.
Almost
ultimately.
killed somebody.
Almost killed somebody, but then I killed
Chris's
him with my
fire-
scorching ray.
I think it was Chris's firebolt that actually killed him.
Oh,
Wasn't
what?
it was burning
Like,
hands
yes.
is what killed him.
One
Like
way
there
or
was a
another.
scorching ray, a burning hand.
Yeah, but
I
he
did
did
fireball.
fire aim it at
And
me.
poison spray.
Yeah,
and
you
poison
did
spray,
take
but
it.
I
Took
did kill one
18
guy.
of my
I did
freaking
kill one guy. Like I did a
Hit points
44, and then I
away.
hit him with a scorching ray, and that
Yeah.
killed him. And then
That
I dropped the
follow-on
spell right
fire.
after that.
I was
Yeah.
Like I was like, okay, I don't
15,
need that anymore
you
because we're
dick.
down to two guys, and they were trying to run.
Oh, you're still bitching about that?
Yeah. Why would you hit your wife?
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
can take the
Well,
damage.
I mean, it wasn't just you
Stop
that
taking-
took damage too.
All right,
But like
guys.
just using that
But
as a shield
impressively, I
instead of
had,
like
like,
running into
A
combat. That
big
was
Yeah.
fun
number
for me.
that.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, and by the way, why would he hit his wife? Why would he hit his wife with that burning hand spell?
No.
Stop making him plain oatmeal with no salt.
Yeah.
Was that burning hands that was? I thought that was the no. That
It
was
was
the
the cone
ray,
of-
the
ray
ray
of
of frost.
It wasn't Ray of Frost?
No.
Yeah, because ray of frost
Ray
is
of Frost,
a
yep.
It
cone.
was
with the
burning
thing.
It was
hands because
fire
it does a
damage.
15-foot cone. Trust me, my back got torched.
So there's,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was fire damage. I remember
Oh, that's
that. Yeah,
right.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was my 2d8.
It
I
was
made my saving throw, but it still hurt.
Wizard to Wizard. I like your gaming style. But John, were you done with your favorite
Yeah, like
part
really,
recap?
my favorite part to the whole thing was that the casters backlined it. The people who were supposed to be meleeing it out
We
and
tactically did it.
did
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
tactically, they were just
That might
they
be the
weren't.
first time we used tactical combat correctly.
I
Yeah.
think that
As
is-
a group.
And
I
none of us
appreciate
talked
it.
about the tactics, which was
No.
what was so amazing.
No,
to
you
me.
guys jumped into
I
it.
straight balls to the wall, went for the big bad as the tank, and they cleaned up
Yes.
and mopped
That-
up like an MMO game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like
Okay, I was
seriously,
just
when I look at it from
Interesting.
a tank being the person who has to frontline it and try to soak.
Yep.
Yes, I had to burn my second wing to make sure I was good. Great thing since Chris set my back on fire. Thank God I made the saving throw. And just got,
Like-
it only burned through the hit
And the
points I
two
gave
King's
myself.
characters
Right.
like be able to RP that out with him later, being like, fucking
Yeah.
bastard.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
in
you totally get in the
character,
pin
fight
slap
with
for
him,
that
did
one.
you go back
For
like
sure,
that?
for sure.
Plan on.
Trust me, it's not gonna be the first time you got burnt. It's not gonna be the last.
Right. And now shall we move on to Liz about
Yeah.
her favorite time during the gameplay? Even
I
though
thought we did me.
we
No.
well,
You kind
you
of did me out of order.
we did kind of do you out of order, I
Well-
guess. Do you want to count that as agreeing with Topanga as like your favorite?
I mean, I had multiple favorite moments.
Yeah.
Like there were lots of good moments in the game.
There.
Pudgy coming in all ninja squirrel and
Airheads.
blah, 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 blapping that guy. That was
Beautiful.
that was beautiful.
Being able to help
I-
his unconscious ass with that was fun.
I do have to say I enjoyed the fact that yeah, just for once, we wound
And
up
playing
getting
Wheel
in the correct combat
Revenge.
order. And it made a difference in the combat. Like, it was still a lengthy combat because there were
Like Revenge.
11 total bad guys
It's
we had to
coming.
fight.
Yeah.
And that's a lot.
And I had such a hard time figuring out how to do
And
that.
I think you did great. Like
Yeah.
like when we talked about when we got to that point in the
Face
game and it
the
was
work.
kind of confusing. Like you would at first you tried taking one turn for all the bad guys, and I was like, well, now we've got bad guys split up over here, bad guys split up over here, and then the big boss needs to be treated separately. So like once we got that, it was fucking golden from there.
Yeah.
And yeah, we handled it tactically. I kept 4 of them at bay with a cloud of dagger. I felt like I got to play a sorcerer. That sorcerer felt good to me to play.
That sorcerer
And
felt real.
It did. It felt really, really natural to me. And again, partly because you did let me rule of cool cloud of daggers.
That wasn't a
It wouldn't
real
have been nearly as
consensus.
useful if they had just been able to go around it. But I had like this idea that I could, like, sort of shift it back and forth
I
to
like
keep
that.
them.
That's how I always kind of envisioned being a wizard and being able to manipulate my magic.
Right.
And like I'm a magic user as a player. Like I think I have one tank character and she's a cleric.
Yeah.
She ain't even supposed to be a tank, and I'm playing her as a tank.
And I typically play druids, and they're great for like controlling terrain and controlling certain aspects of a battlefield. But I don't tend to do a lot of direct damage. And this time I got to. I mean, that was good damage I was doing. So I also liked that I like actually was able to. I don't know why, but like I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I suck in combat. Regularly, you know, like all of my characters, I built
I
this
think you
character
did
and I'm
great.
like, oh, they're so cool, but I built them for everything but combat, and so I tend to suck. And
I
this
think
one
you did good. I really enjoyed your combat.
Yeah, like this was some of the best in some ways as far as the how it all fell together and how the mechanics worked. Because all of us knew our jobs to a degree, knew our characters. Even you,
Yeah, even
unconscious
you,
Pudgy.
Topanga, you
Right.
didn't even, and you know, you'd never even played before. You did exactly like you wound up exactly where you're supposed to
You
be.
didn't know me for that a month, but I
Yeah.
helped you a little.
Yeah.
For first game for me, that's impressive.
Yeah. You played a rogue beautifully. Like, okay.
Like you knew how to use that sneak attack right away.
Yeah.
That was well done.
And shall we move on
I still
to
have to do
Chris?
more research.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
His
next
favorite
time
part
we
of
use her.
playing.
Yes, Monsignor, what was your favorite part?
And you
John
can't
trying to intimidate the.
You went to go and intimidate the thugs.
I
Oh,
can tell
yeah,
you,
that
like-
was funny.
And
I
like, you're funny, man.
Who the fuck are you?
They thought it wasn't intimidating, and then the mall happened.
Yeah, right?
Oh yeah, you smashed that guy. Said,
I don't believe you, splat.
Well, it was in the chat, but my
Should
phone
have.
just died.
Oh.
Anaya's in the chat, though.
Cool. Hi, Anaya.
Hi, Anaya.
So next session, we'll get together in private chat. But shout out to you. We will be discussing me playing every Sunday, at least once a month now. But love you. Where were we? Your favorite session?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was John trying to intimidate the thugs, and then just them looking at him like, for real?
Yeah, there's like 11 of these guys just to be square. So the probability of it happening was probably a pretty high difficulty rating if I'm trusting you on that one. 20 or better?
For what again?
The
To intimidate
intimidation.
those thugs.
Oh, to intimidate them? Oh, I don't have the book to look right now. I don't think
Oh,
it was 20 or better.
They probably missed it. I don't know if we said it after the restart on the stream, but and I said that they weren't certain that we were continuing the campaign. So that is a go, right? Yeah.
Yes, it is a go. We will be continuing it. Anaya for level 5. We have not gone into the next part of the book, so level 5 is where Anaya will be starting with us.
Yep.
Yep.
And then besides that, it had to have been me doing the action movie move where I just acid splash without looking and just walking away.
Yes.
Oh god,
Splash to the dome.
Yeah.
As dude's just crawling away, I'm like, nope, you're not going anywhere. Acid splash.
I
And
gotta
just
admit,
walked away.
my little scorching ray moment would not have happened if you hadn't done that. Like as a player, I typically let the guys who were running away go, and you were like, acid splash, and I was like, oh yeah, no witnesses.
Yeah.
So that was very cool. I fucking loved
And
it.
then wasn't it Topanga who killed the third bad guy with a sneak attack?
Yeah, with
Oh
her
yeah,
sword.
slit his throat
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
Slit his
Yeah,
throat
he,
with
like-
her sword.
Straight up barfing blood.
That was bomb.
And John tied up the bad guy and drug him onto the ship.
Oh, he got.
Captain Sartell ended up making him safe arrangements.
Though that's all well and good, he can have those safe
But,
arrangements, and if when we move past this, you decide to bring him back, that's great, because you know who's going to be the easiest NPC on the planet for me to intimidate? All I'd have to do is look at it. Don't make me do it again.
Do it again.
His
Do my
face
God.
hit the docks at least twice. His arm was
broken.
Broken.
broken
Yeah, you broke his
and
arm.
ripped out of the
Oh,
socket.
dude, freaking broke his shoulder, just like yeah.
Like, I was requesting something very logical and honest, guys.
Yeah.
All I wanted him to do was surrender. His response to surrender was fuck, or I'll break it off. Was fuck you.
Yeah.
So I broke it.
Right?
Yeah.
Actually, what I liked was like the second person I attacked, I did like fucking at least like 18 damage. And that was just a basic fucking attack. I didn't even add any like fury of blows or any of that shit.
Yeah, you did just do a basic attack.
It was just straight 18 damage. I was like, ooh.
Every now and then, all of us roll really high on
I
our
rolled
character
really
stats.
shitty.
I rolled average on
Yeah,
this
you
game.
did.
I
I
rolled
was
so bad.
My HP should have been lower wrestling with that dude,
Yeah.
but
I missed every attack. I pretty much missed on you
he
guys.
missed your strength threat saves too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I missed my strength. Oh, don't bite my toes. Damn.
and yeah, it's like there were times where I rolled okay, and then I didn't seem to roll too high, but I didn't roll low.
I
We were right in
I
the
had a
middle
couple
most of the
rolls.
game.
Especially when it came to my
That's fine.
damage. Some bitches.
But just so people know, we have been live for
think
just
I got
over an
high rolls
hour,
first, I
and
think.
that includes the 20 minutes that we were silent. So we've been live and with audio for about 45 minutes.
Okay, cool.
I think that does kind of actually sum up our recap. I know all of us are really tired. I will do a much better summary. I have had some beautiful DMing advice from John and Liz. I look forward to hearing a little bit of tidbit from Anaya as well later on. But yeah,
Me
I think
personally, I'm feeling food and a nap.
I'm
That-
feeling food, shower, and a nap too.
That's what I want to go
I
do.
need
I'm
to
thinking
wash my
food,
ass.
shower, nap, unload my Jeep when I get home.
Foul.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's not pick on each other's body odors from being out in the woods.
Oh,
Look,
no,
my
no.
my sneakers. It doesn't have anything to do with the woods. The reason they are out on the porch, and Liz can vouch for this, and so can Pudgy. In the summer, my shoes belong outside.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways,
I don't have-
are we good?
Yeah, I think we're good. Have a
I got
good
you.
day, y'all. See you next week for
And
whose
Knox.
campaign?
We love Knox Battalion. It's Knox Battalion.
Is it
Yep.
Knox?
Yeah, it's Knox next week. Then it's Foodies in Space.
And then
the
as
week
soon as we
after
get
that.
everything hashed out, we'll figure out when I'm losing
And-
my wand.
oh,
because
oh,
it needs to
yeah.
happen.
We'll figure it out
So
soon.
since this session should have been Witchwood, let's go Knox, Foodies,
which would
Witchwood,
then back to this
you,
one.
and then back to Knox.
Until
It's
Anaya's here, I say we can put that
But
kind
yeah.
of up in the air, but that sounds like a good idea.
That's just a
Mwah!
black
Love
and
you,
white.
and as
That's not in
always-
pen.
Liz?
Yeah.
Bye guys. Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
Have a great night.